Good news, folks! As of right now, taxes are no longer applicable to any Social Security beneficiary in the United States. Watch the entire video to learn more about this shocking revelation that will raise Social Security recipients' payments. Do not forget to click the like button at the conclusion of the video. It will greatly assist us. Also, remember to subscribe. It's completely free. All right, friends, let's get started. I have great news. Today, justice has been served for everyone who receives Social Security. Individuals in the United States who dedicated their entire careers to serve their nation and eventually retire with the assurance that their federal government would provide the required funds to ensure their well-being. To enable them to live a respectable life in this nation, governors around the country are proposing to remove the Social Security payroll tax, a move that will swiftly increase the amount of money that all recipients of this program receive. Program that naturally aids and supplies retirement and disability benefits to over 70 million Americans. In my humble opinion, we ought to have instituted this measure long ago. The federal government of the United States ought to honor the entitlements of Social Security beneficiaries who have already contributed significantly to the American economy, in my humble opinion. I also find it somewhat ironic that some states in this nation still levy taxes on Social Security recipients, a practice that unavoidably impacts the most defenseless, impoverished, and lowly citizens of this country. Please remember to click the button if you enjoy our content. It will much benefit our channel. West Virginia's Governor Jim Justice stated last week in his State of the State speech that his state is still an outlier on the better stated, the Social Security issue affects only 11 states in the U.S. The governor of 12 states, including West Virginia, has said that we cannot keep taxing these people and that we cannot continue to apply state income taxes to Social Security benefits. None of these states border West Virginia. Social Security benefits are taxed because, in essence, they provide retirement and disability benefits to people who have paid taxes all their lives to the federal government of the United States through the Social Security Agency. The governor views this as continuous taxation. It still baffles me that some states in this nation still charge Social Security recipients of income taxes, even though I fully agree that this money represents a heinous injustice. In certain situations, because of a disability, this money is essentially taken from retirement, should not be liable to income tax. In my humble view, the people who receive these checks ought to be able to claim the entire amount without having to worry about having to pay income tax at a later time of the year. Governor Justice declared that in addition to being required to pay taxes on everything, in order to assist at least 50,000 households in West Virginia and possibly save $37 million, they also need to exempt Social Security benefits from state income taxes. According to the state director of a significant West Virginia media outlet, this is a priority for each and every one of its members. Thus, it goes without saying that she supports the governor, who has pledged to start a campaign in the state assembly to fully abolish the income tax for individuals who get benefits from Social Security. These people should be allowed to retain their hard-earned money, but state rules currently in effect oblige them to pay an annual income tax on their benefits. In order to enlighten all West Virginians, the governor's administration logically distributed this plan through the media. The proposal seeks to totally remove the West Virginia levies and income tax on everyone receiving Social Security benefits. While some of these 11 states continue to collect Social Security taxes, researchers are looking into changing the legislation to do away with these state levies, allowing the people to keep all of the money collected, and as a result, raise the total amount of money available to all Social Security recipients after decades of work. West Virginians have made significant contributions to the system. The government does not set aside funds for individuals. Instead, payroll deductions are used to pay for current benefits. This promise is still in place. It's a fact that some people in this nation are ignorant and continue to think that Social Security recipients are needlessly asking government assistance. Paying for the system implies that you will receive benefits when you retire. I always want to make it clear that this is untrue. In addition to giving their labor and the money they withheld from their wages during their working years to support themselves, Social Security beneficiaries dedicate their entire lives to serving this country. These individuals have made significant contributions to the United States Social Security Fund. Roughly 500,000 West Virginians have earned the right to receive their pensions at this time, giving them the money they need to maintain a respectable level of living in the country. To be able to assist with living expenses, Social Security is vitally necessary. Costs, and naturally, settle the invoices. The design of Social Security was to help seniors escape poverty, not to finance the government. This is important to note, as the governor of West Virginia has said. Social Security undermines the purpose of Social Security itself. Contributions cannot only be used as a way for the federal government to take money from citizens and give it to state governments for Social Security, as is the case in the majority of developed nations. Instead, people should see Social Security as a basic entitlement that they receive from their employment. Countries around the world, the developed world human rights, are essential issues that the United States should solve right away. For example, eliminating state taxes will help local economies and everyone. Some European nations, like Canada, view human rights as fundamental rights. Allowing West Virginian Social Security recipients to keep their hard-earned benefits in their pockets will benefit individual taxpayers, as it will encourage more reinvestment of these funds into the state's economy through increased purchases of goods and services in the Mountain State, of which I am obviously referring to. West Virginian. It unveiled a plan today to do away with state taxes for anyone who has received Social Security payments in that state in recent years. State officials have made headway in bringing the tax system into compliance with the federal government's overall framework. Doing away with the rest, eliminating the state tax on Social Security benefits, is another step in the right direction. However, it's important to remember that several states in this nation do not even levy state taxes. I'm talking about income taxes, of course. Taxes. To put it more simply, there is no need to tax individuals on their gains in order to provide economic benefits. Florida, one of the states with the highest levels of economic prosperity in the nation, offers as an example proving the need for taxation. I consider myself to be, in my humble view, all states should do away with state taxes, as does the state of Florida and numerous other states that do not levy taxes, allowing citizens to utilize their money as wisely as possible. As an aside, it was once argued that taxpayers' pockets are a better place for money than state and federal government coffers. Taxes are not the primary selling point, but West Virginia is attempting to establish itself as a retirement destination for all Americans. The only factor that retirees take into consideration when choosing where to reside is Social Security, which should be excluded. For seniors who opt to spend their retirement in a different state within the nation, the state income tax offers a substantial advantage. Today, the governor reminded everyone to make sure everyone is informed by subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. Thank you so much for the opportunity.